Hey y'all, I've been slacking on my recording duties. I was supposed to had recorded that video where I talk about the 3 things that I do when I want to reset. I just haven't sat down. I wrote my notes and everything, but I think I'm gonna just do it off the top of my head because this is something that every year I'm gung-ho about setting New Year's goals and stuff like that, right? And I know that I can overthink it sometimes, but when I just really want to get down to brass tacks, I think that's how you say that saying. When you just want to get straight to it, at least what I do is these 3 things, okay? And let me just tell you real quick before I get into the 3. I always know that I need to get centered, focused, when I just kind of start feeling like I'm in a slump, or I start feeling like I'm just bored with life. And when I get bored with life, I start doing some kind of silly stuff. So to keep from doing that, this is what I do. Okay. So what I do is I try to start small because I'm one of those people that will get an idea and then I will just freaking blow it up, and just sitting down thinking about it makes me feel overwhelmed, and so I'll end up not doing it. And so I say just start small. So like for me, I can always tell when I'm feeling off and I need to reset by how my space looks. If my space starts looking like kind of like really messy, it kind of messes with my energy a little bit. And so what I'll do is I'll say, okay, most of the time I stopped making my bed first thing in the morning. That's, I know making my bed really does help set the tone for my day. And I have something to look forward to at the end of the day when I'm getting ready to turn down a made bed. So I'll do something little like, okay, I'm going to start making my bed again. Just making your bed. That's not even anything really significant, but I think it does have a psychological effect, and I've heard some other people talk about it, and allegedly millionaires make their bed or have somebody make their bed every day. And so then another thing I might do is let's see, what's another little thing? Oh, okay. So I will allow myself 30 minutes in the morning to just sit with my thoughts, not have anything that I'm particularly focused on. Just let my mind wander a little bit. And if I just sit there and it's like blank space, so be it. But it's rare that I have like blank space. I'm always thinking about something, and that can get me into trouble sometimes. But yeah, I'll say, okay, I'm gonna give myself 30 minutes just to not think about anything. And I find that doing that first thing in the morning is a real treat for me if I need a reset. Sometimes I might have the television on in the background for, just like background noise or something like that. And then another small thing that I'll do, what's another small thing? Okay, yeah, so this is something else that I've recently gotten into. So I went and picked up a few candles from here and there. So I got some from Target, I got some from Bed Bath & Beyond. And so what I do every day, if it's not first thing in the morning, by the time I'm showered, I will light a candle. My candle over there is like burned down. I think it burned down yesterday, meaning that it's done. So I didn't light my candle today, but that's another example of like a small thing that you can do. So, ooh, that sounds really nice. So like get up, make my bed, light the candle, and then sit with my thoughts for 30 minutes. Something little like that. It's going to be different for everybody, but basically just saying like, don't try to go hard. If you need whatever kind of reset it is you need, just think of something small. Okay, so here's the second thing I do. And it sometimes takes me a while to get there, but I'm like, okay, I'm looking at where I'm at in my life right now. why don't I show myself some grace and just realize that I'm doing the best that I can right now at this present moment, you know, given the experiences that I'm having, or sometimes it's the experiences that I'm not having, because I know I can get so caught up sometimes in like, I feel like I should be a little bit further along. I feel like my life should look a little bit different from how it's looking right now. But you got to show yourself some grace, cut yourself some slack. And sometimes, a lot of times, if I'm feeling stuck or feeling like in a funk, it's because of something that I tried that didn't quite work out. It didn't work out, or it didn't work out the way that I thought it was going to. And so I heard this, I can't remember who said this. I think it was either Adelia or Ivana that said, failure is not fatal. I think it was Adelia. Failure is not fatal. And I'm like, you know what? That is so true. Just because you tried something and it didn't work out doesn't mean, it doesn't have to be over. It doesn't have to be dead and gone. In a lot of cases, it doesn't have to be. You just go back to the drawing board and then execute again, you know? So just remember to show myself some grace really goes a long way in helping me get out of a funk, and then I'm able to do a reset. All right, so my third and final tip for resetting is to look back on your previous experiences, good and bad, and just be grateful. Be grateful for the lessons, be grateful for the accomplishments, be grateful for what you learned, right, from those experiences. Yeah, that gratitude, reflection and gratitude really does go a long way. At least it does for me. And I think there are a lot more of y'all who are kind of like on that same wavelength. Just showing a debt of gratitude. And I feel like with every seeming failure or setback, there is a lesson in that. And definitely when you succeed at something that you tried and you're successful at that, I like to revisit it to see, okay, so how did I do what I did? Sometimes I don't know. So like that move from Alaska, I had to just get into autopilot mode and just get stuff done. I really don't know how I did it. I could sit down one day and maybe like think about it, but you know, my point is reflect on your past experiences, the good stuff, not so great things, and then find the lesson in that and find something to be grateful for, because there is something to be grateful for. Depending on where you're sitting, you might not see it at that time, but there really is something that you can find a ray of sunshine in that. You know, maybe it's that you're smarter and you're wiser going forward and you're like, that will never happen to me again, right? So yeah, that's what I wanted to give you. I mean, this video is short and sweet, but it's because I've been talking about all this reset stuff, and you know, I get in funks too. I get in low periods. I don't know if I come on camera much when I'm like feeling down or feeling stuck. Maybe I should start doing that more often, you know, because I don't have it all together. I wish I did. But yeah. I hope this video is helpful to someone. If it is, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below too. I mean, what are some of the things that you do? And hopefully, like, I mean, depending on your routine, I was going to say hopefully it's something simple, but even if it's not, put down in the comments, right? How do you get centered? How do you reset? Because sometimes you're not in a funk. Maybe you just feel scattered or something like that. What do you do? Do you go and take a long walk and kind of like, you know, sort things out that way and come up with a plan? You know, what is it that you all are doing? I'd be curious to know. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get back to work. I got about 5 hours ahead of me. But I wanted to get this video in for y'all. All right. So I will check back in at another time. Well, probably another video. All right, bye.